Hey guys, welcome back to the 6th video of the Crochet Basics series. I've now felt like I've shown you all the basic stitches so far, so now the next logical step is to show you all the basic 2D shapes, and I'm going to start today with your basic circle. So let's just get right into it. So to begin, you're going to take your yarn of choice, your hook of choice, and decide on which stitch you want to do. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how to do a half double crochet in the round. So to begin, we're going to make a magic circle, and if you don't know how to do that, that's in the previous video of the playlist. And we're going to secure it with a chain. So to begin, I'm going to yarn over to make my half double crochet, and I'm going to go into the circle as well as over this tail here to secure it. We're going to make our half double crochet, and that's our first one. I'm going to add 4 more for a total of 5. So now that I have all of my stitches in my circle, I'm now going to pull it tight so that it closes up. If you're new to working in the round, you may want to keep track of your stitches closely, because until you get used to it, it's very easy to skip over stitches and whatever. So before I move on to the next row, I'm going to mark my first stitch here. You can cut off a piece of yarn or whatever, but for me, I like to take the tail here from the magic circle and just pull through, because I always have a habit of accidentally pulling it with my finger, and I pull it out and then I don't know where I started. So to begin the next row, it's all about increasing in each stitch around to turn our 5 stitches into 10. So we're going to yarn over, locate our first stitch, insert our hook, and we're going to make a half double crochet. We're then going to yarn over again, insert our hook into the same stitch to make an increase, and make another half double crochet. And we're just going to do this all the way around until we have 10 stitches. Once I've reached the last stitch, I'm going to remove the tail, and then I'm going to make my increase half double crochet into the final stitch, so I now have a total of 10. I'm going to pull out my loop a little bit, insert my hook into here again, and pull the yarn through. So for the third row, basically each row we're going to be increasing by our multiples. So since I'm doing a multiple of 5, I'm now going to just keep increasing by 5. So the next row, we're going to end up with 15 stitches. And to do that, we're going to yarn over. And in the first stitch, we're going to make our half double crochet. And then we're going to go into the second stitch, and we're going to make an increase. Just like that. So we're going to repeat this process of making 1 and then an increase into each stitch around. 1, then increase, 1 half double, then an increase. Okay, and as I'm coming up onto the final stitch, I'm going to remove my stitch marker and make that increase. So we now have 15 stitches. We're going to pull out our yarn there, insert our hook into the stitch, pull in our stitch marker, and we're ready to start row 4. Increasing by 5, we're now going to do 20 stitches. So to do that, we're going to insert our hook into the first stitch and make our half double. We're going to insert our hook into the second stitch and make a half double. And then in the third stitch, we're going to make an increase. So 2 regular half double crochets, and then an increase. And you're just going to repeat this all the way around for a total of 20 stitches. Once again, for the last stitch, I'm going to remove my stitch marker and put in my final increase for the row. Pull it up, insert my hook through the stitch, and pull my stitch marker through. So we're now going to go from 20 stitches to 25, and to do that we're going to make a half double crochet into the first 3 stitches and then an increase into the 4th. So 1, 2, and 3, and then an increase. And we're just going to repeat this all the way around. Okay, so this is what your piece should be looking like right about now. A question I get all the time from beginners is that they worry about the edges curling, but I always tell them it's totally normal if your piece is curling upwards or whatever, because the increases on the edges just tend to do that. So if yours is curling, just don't worry about it. So now we're going to go from 25 stitches to 30. So I'm going to put in my stitch marker. And to do that, we're going to make 4 regular half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then an increase into the 5th. And I'm just going to repeat this all the way around. Okay, so I'm about to start my 7th row, and I'm going to start by making a half double crochet into the first 5 stitches, and then an increase into the 6th. 1, and I'm just going to repeat this all the way around. As you've probably noticed, there is a pattern. In the next row, if I were to keep going bigger and bigger, I would do a half double crochet into the first 6 rows and then an increase, and I'll do that all the way around. And then in the next row, I'll do half double crochet in the first 7 stitches and then an increase, and do that all the way around. That's basically the pattern, and you just do that until you're satisfied with the size. I'm going to complete this row and maybe do a few more, and then I'll show you the final product and how to finish off. Okay, so this is what your circle should look like. I finished off on doing 6 regular half double crochets with an increase for a total of 40 stitches. So if you were to finish it off, you put your hook into your loop, and then in the very next stitch, you would make a slip stitch. Then you cut your yarn and pull all the way through, and then that would seal it with the knot. You can also cut this close if you did half doubles over it. And this is the final product. So if you've been enjoying these tutorials and my channel in general, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!